What's up, bro? I'm Kimberly.
I'm Emma.
I'm Kate.
And we're the Film Bros.
We may not be bros, but we're just as annoying.
We're here to talk about all things film, the industry, and us.
If you like what you hear or see, follow the podcast, like, comment, and subscribe.
You can find us on Instagram at thefilmbros.podcast and on YouTube at thefilmbros.podcast.
You can listen to us on your preferred podcast streaming platform. Just search The Film Bros and look for the pink logo.
Lights.
Camera.
Action. Hi everybody, before we get into today's episode, I want to give a really quick trigger warning. We are going to be talking about some heavy topics such as violence, assault, rape, and drug usage. So if you don't want to hear any of that, just feel free to skip this episode and we'll see you next time. Welcome back everybody to what is going to be the last episode of season 1 of the Film Bros podcast. Thanks for joining us for, gosh, how long has it been now?
When did we start? September?
A long time
October?
ago.
August?
Sometime in the
August?
fall.
Not August.
September?
August?
Might have been August.
August.
Anyway.
So much has changed.
What a journey.
You've been with
Oh
us
my
for a
God.
long time.
I hope you've changed this past year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hope good things have come.
I had bangs when this started. I don't have bangs anymore.
That's crazy.
Guys,
Oh
time's
my
passed.
God. Wow.
Um,
Time has passed.
To kind of bring it all home, we're going to be talking about what is our namesake and sort of the genesis of this podcast, which is Film Bro Films. So today, we're going to be talking about Goodfellas and then The Wolf of Wall Street. So it's also kind of a Scorsese episode.
Martin.
Yeah.
A little Marty episode.
Love
The legend. So yeah, we'll kind of go through our thoughts on each film, and then I know that we have a lot of parallels to potentially be drawn, and a lot of comments.
A lot of comments.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump into it. We're going to start with Goodfellas, which came out in 1990, directed by Martin Scorsese, or Scorsese. Am I saying
I
it
would
right?
don't
I would
know.
say Martin Scorsese.
Martin
Scorsese?
Scorsese.
I think the way
I'm
I
gonna call him
say it
Marty.
is wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Marty.
call him
Our good friend Marty.
Our good friend.
He's a friend.
He's a friend. Based on the book Wise Guy, written by Nicholas Pileggi. Also helped write the script. A quick logline if you haven't seen Goodfellas. It is the true story of Henry Hill, a half-Irish, half-Sicilian Brooklyn kid who is adopted by neighborhood gangsters at an early age and climbs the ranks of a mafia family under the guidance of Jimmy Conway. Starring some greats who I had a screenshot of. I forgot to pull it up. But Ray Liotta.
The GOAT.
Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Pesci.
Love
The GOAT.
Lots of other Italian people.
Lorraine.
Braccio. Yes. Playing Karen. Yeah, some legends. I had some fun facts.
I love a fun
But I think we can go through really quickly, I guess. One of them I'll save for later. But Tom Cruise, Sean Penn, and Alec Baldwin were all considered for the role of Henry. But Liotta was the only one that they ever offered the part to.
Yeah.
Can I say something about Liotta?
Yeah.
He's like really pretty in
He
this
is
movie.
pretty.
He's got like these like eyelashes.
Yes,
Like that's
he's
giving
luscious,
very
yeah.
who's that famous actor who plays the Godfather in The Godfather? Marlon. Wait, if you've seen a young Marlon Brando,
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah,
both
yeah.
got these like very like almost feminine
Yeah.
eyelashes. Where I
Yeah.
was watching and I was like, "You're so
Like
pretty."
Hollywood eyes.
But like
yeah.
he still fit the role. Like he was great. I definitely believed him as a gangster.
Yeah.
But there was just certain scenes where I was like, "You're pretty."
Speaking
like,
of Marlon Brando, fun fact, he tried to convince Marty not to make the film because he was worried he was like repeating too much of his earlier works, and he was like, this has already been done.
I think Goodfellas so good.
But Marty was like, no, this is going to be funnier, it's going to be different.
Yeah.
And thank God he
Yeah.
went through with it.
Ray Liotta has like a mystique to him, and almost like his eyes make him look almost vulnerable.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't know. He was
Yes.
great casting. I can't imagine Tom Cruise doing that.
No.
Playing like an Italian. What?
Yeah.
No
Brooklyn.
way.
But Tom
No.
No way.
No way.
No offense.
Or
to
Alec
him.
Baldwin. Like,
No.
he's good,
Ray
but
Liotta, perfect choice.
he was great
Great choice.
casting. So, yeah, that's a little bit on Goodfellas. jump into some initial thoughts.
This was my first time watching it.
Ooh.
And I feel like we talk about this a lot. There's a lot of movies, like 2001 is a good example, where I haven't seen it because it's like such like a film movie.
Next season of Film Bros, the goal needs to be watching all the movies that we've been procrastinating.
That we're like one day.
Yeah, and every week we need to have a check-in being like, I watched it.
I finally did it.
Number 1 is 2001.
Anyway, going on.
And so Goodfellas was this, and it also just felt like a movie that I feel like I had seen because I remember seeing a lot of it in film school. Like Robert De Niro's intro scene, I think, is very famous, like in terms of the way it's shot, because it's shot so well, and I feel like I had seen that. So there was a long time where I was like, I don't need to see this, like, it's Goodfellas, it's like whatever. And then like halfway through I was like,
this is pretty good.
No, this is kind of one of the best movies ever made. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
I
like,
also feel like I was lumping it into like The Godfather. Like I was like, they're like the same thing. They're very much different.
It feels so different. It feels more like not modern as in like today's, but just like it's more peppy and like faster paced, and it kept me hooked way more than The Godfather.
Yeah.
I
know.
Yeah, I remember the first time I watched it. I don't remember. It was like a few years ago, and it was just like that thing where I was like, I've procrastinated long enough. Let me watch
let's
this.
just do it.
And then it's like that first line, and he closes the hood of the car, and then like the red lights on him, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is different.
Like, I get it.
This is different,
Yeah,
and it like, I don't know. It was so iconic and like created such a different like genre of like gangster films.
Yeah.
I think what I realized almost near the end of the reason why it was working so well for me is like, even though I guess it's a biopic because it's based on someone, or like, you know, even though it's of that genre, it's also very satirical. Like a lot of it is just kind of like making fun of gangster movies despite being based on actual life gangsters. Like there's just so much of it that Marty, you know, our good friend, that I feel like he was just kind of like, no, play this up more because it's like gangsters and we can be fun with it. And it was like, that was really cool watching it, where I was like, oh, I think the point of this is that like the fact that like I shouldn't take it too seriously, but because they took it so seriously is why they were dangerous. And it was like, I don't know, it was like so fascinating to realize that, where it was like, whoa. Like, there's like so many levels playing here.
Yes.
It was really
I feel like a good example of that, which ties into one of my fun facts, is that famous scene with Joe Pesci where he's like, funny how? Like, how am I funny? Which is such a like crazy
he goes
scene.
on for so long.
Which is
like,
it's like so uncomfortable.
And
then it's funny, and then you're like, oh my god, these guys are truly crazy.
When the guy who's standing up is like, hey, cool it. And he's like, what do you mean cool it?
Like, oh my god, so much is happening. And of course, famously, Joe Pesci improvised the scene. Which is just like so iconic. He's so intimidating.
I remember, I think I saw. Guys, tangent. This is what I need you to do after you listen to this. I need you to get in your car or put on your sneakers. I need you to find your nearest Trader Joe's. I need you to walk in. I need you to go to the wine or juice section. They're normally pretty close together. And I need you to find this thing called Power Juice. It's purple glass bottle. I need you to buy it. I need you to drink it, and then your life will be forever changed.
It's truly changed all of our lives. Kate's drinking it right now.
It's so good. It's unlike any other beverage I've ever had in my life.
It wakes me up in the morning.
I take a sip, and I feel like my brain has reset itself.
Yes. Yeah. I can hear the synapses rejuvenating. Yeah. And it's got so many good, beautiful fruits and veggies in it. If you take one thing away from this podcast, it's to buy the
And you know
Power
what?
Juice.
I think if they had the Power Juice back in the day, they wouldn't be nearly as crazy
so
as they
real.
were.
No.
They wouldn't have
so
fucked
real.
up in all the ways they fucked
They would be doing cocaine.
No.
They'd be
They would have
doing
been like, they'd been like, I need to relax. I have the Power
Power
Juice.
Juice.
I don't need to kill anyone or do drugs. I was gonna say something. Oh, I saw that Joe Pesci scene so many times in film school before actually seeing the movie. And you know how there was like these certain clips that you saw in film school? At least for me. I would watch this clip and I'd be like, I need class to end so I can go watch the movie right now. Like, cause like this little moment was just such a good like masterclass in filmmaking. And that was always one of those scenes. And then also the first time you meet Marlon Brando. Where they just like go through the restaurant. That's what it is, right?
You mean
It's
Robert
like
De Niro?
Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
When they just like go through the restaurant and then
So
you
good.
land on him and you're just like,
Oh, the money
Yeah.
and all that.
You're
Yeah.
like, how did you do that?
A fun fact about that
Yes.
too is that Robert De Niro, they had a lot of fake money on set, but he didn't like the way it felt in his hand, so he demanded he had real money. So they collected, I think, about $5,000 in cash from the crew, and he was actually handing it out to people, and they would close, every time they would cut, they'd close down the set, they'd lock it down, and they wouldn't leave until absolutely every bill had been collected.
Oh
so
my
that nobody lost their
God.
money.
So
But like,
funny.
it just,
That's so amazing.
he could only play it with
Diva.
real money.
What a diva.
I love him.
Similar to how great the Joe Pesci lines were, my favorite lines, and it was kind of a throwaway, but it's spoken by the wives of the gangsters, and it's like two of the random ones you meet, and one of them says like, even if I look at anyone else, he'll kill me, and then the girl next to her is like, that's great. I'm just like that's what convinced me it was a satire. I was like, because I'm like, obviously, like I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually said, but at the same time, just like the way it's performed and the way it's shot, you're just like, dude, that's so good. Like, that's great. And they've got like those like really thick accents.
Yes.
Iconic.
No one else could do that besides Marty. Like, to get to, like, still have, like, a heart of the film, but also still poking fun.
Yeah, and that's what I really liked. Like, I was, like, initially apprehensive, as I often am with, like, bro-y films. And then they get to the part where, I mean, I was in it from the beginning, but, like, they get to the part where Karen gets a voiceover, too. And I was like, oh.
I had never seen this before. That was, like, a twist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, when it went into her, and I was like, what are we doing with her? And then she started
I was with it. I was like, okay, like, we're giving her perspective.
We're
like,
here.
so much better than just, like, isolating her as, like, the wife who has the kids, gets cheated on, gets played, gets caught up in all of it.
So over that.
She's,
so
like,
over
has
it.
her own storyline.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I really liked about her, especially, was, like, not only do I think giving her narration just says so much about the importance of her character, because it's like, whoa, you have as much importance as our main character, who we've been with for the last 30 minutes, right? But, like, I love that in the time skips, like, that she kind of, like, helps him with all of this. Like, I don't know, like, I felt like it added a lot more dimension, because I think it would have been really easy for her to be, like, the gold digger, like, very, like, we'll talk about Wolf of Wall Street, but, like, Margot Robbie was very like that for me, where it was, like, you know, she's a gold digger, she kind of knows what she's getting into, but she doesn't know all of it, and she doesn't want to know all of it. But I don't know, I really liked Karen, because she was like, okay, I'm gonna go hide the guns, you know, like, and then, like, she's doing coke, and I was like,
her on, which is, like, such a funny, like, line to add.
It was just, like, she just became such a fuller character for me, of, like, oh, she's not perfect, and like, just because she's a woman, she shouldn't be, like, the gold standard for him, and she shouldn't be like, no, don't do drugs, don't be a gangster. Like, I kind of love that she was freaky.
I agree.
Like,
I agree. It gave her so much more depth, and the fact that, like, she wasn't just a victim in all this. Like, obviously she starts off, like, not really knowing what they do and all this stuff, but, like, once she gets into it, she stays in it. And how she's like, I still, like, was attracted to him, and I still wanted to be with him. Like, I'm like, girl, you're toxic as hell.
Right,
but,
you
like,
crazy.
It works for
Toxic
the story.
together.
Exactly. They match each other's freaks.
Match each other's freaks.
I love the part of the film where she goes to the party with all the other women, and it's like, she's like, I don't like their makeup, I don't like the way they dress, and it, like, cuts to, like, the most horrific makeup and the most horrific hair, and, like, but I don't know, just, like, all of that, like, I don't know, it was just so refreshing and so unexpected, because again, you hear Goodfellas, and I hadn't seen this part of the movie ever before, and I was like, when it switched to her, I was like, how is this, like, a film bro movie?
Yes, I know.
It's
like,
so
when
refreshing.
she's, like, literally a main character.
Right, right. It's so refreshing to see, like, the wife's point of view in all this.
Yeah.
Like, she should get her own movie in herself. Or, like, there should be, maybe there is, about, like, gangster wives and, like, what they get up to. I would watch the hell out of that.
I would watch that in a heartbeat. I know. Yeah, it just makes the story feel so much more real, too. And also, what I respected is that the movie's only, like, 2 hours 20 or something like that,
which is short for
which
a
is
Marty
short for Marty's film, and short for a film bro film.
Yeah.
But to have so much of it be dedicated to her, I'm like, see, you can do that. You can tell a story that's very masculine and is still very violent and gangstery, and also doesn't, like, reduce women to just like the side character that gets fucked over constantly. You know, like it gives her so much more authority over her own storyline, and you can do that in the film and not have it retract from anything else.
Right.
On the violence too, like I thought the violence was like perfect. Like I felt like Marty was really in tuned on when to show and how much, because some scenes like you didn't see anything, you just heard it, and then some scenes it was really graphic, and it was just like, I don't know, I thought like I felt like he was really smart about like, I'm showing you this much because it's important you see this much, like the wife and husband in the pink Cadillac when it's like the reveal that they both died, where it's like, for me it was like, it was important that I saw how violent that was, you know, whereas like sometimes when they killed people you barely saw it, like you just heard it. I don't know, I just like, I really appreciated that there was a lot of control.
Right, it's not just like gore for the sake of gore.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel, it feels as horrific as it's supposed to. Like every time something happened, every time someone was shot or stabbed or killed, like it was horrible to watch. Like it didn't feel like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like we're killing people because we're gangsters and it's fun. Like it was like, these are horrible people and they're killing people, and that's disturbing.
Joe Pesci, the way he's killing them is just kind of like
scary.
Like he thinks he's being like knighted or whatever, and it's like,
I know, even that was like, I hated that guy, and that violence was still like uncomfortable to watch. Yeah, it didn't feel like it was trying to glorify anything besides like, I don't know, like the gangster lifestyle. But all the violence kept its like its harm, you know.
Yeah, and I think he was able to find humanity in like every character, even if they were like completely awful and killed people. It was a bit better than the following movie we're gonna talk about.
Oh god.
I think a reason for the humanity part, and I think this is true of both movies, dude, Martin is so good at casting. Like especially for smaller roles, like the average Joe kind of guys. Like there was so many men in this film who were just like part of the squad. I believed all of them. I was like, they could say one word and I was like, yeah. Like, you were born in New York and you're a gangster. This is like, and like the decision, I think it's so cute that he cast his mom as Joe Pesci's mom. And like, but what a great decision, because he did it like to make it more naturalistic, and it did that. Works. I was like, that's Joe Pesci's mom in the movie. Like, he's so, and it's same thing for Wolf of Wall Street. We'll get to it, where, you know, you've got scores of guys in this office that are just supposed to be sleazy kind of losers, and each one of them are casted so well. Like, each one of them has a personality, but all have the same personality too.
They have like their little distinct things, but you're a finance bro.
It's like, it's just like his eye for people is just like, and I know we'll get to it, but the fact that like he like low-key discovered Margot Robbie, I think is fucking insane. Like,
I wonder if he always works with the same casting director.
I just think I always marvel at his movies, like the smallest character.
Ellen Lewis did Goodfellas.
The casting director?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Tangent.
It
was the same one. Ellen Lewis. The GOAT.
You're a legend.
You got a good eye.
You're a legend.
New Oscar category.
Yeah.
Yes.
It will be yours.
You deserve that.
It will be yours.
Yeah.
It will.
Another thing I was ruminating on Goodfellas about was the last shot when he's outside of like his witness protection house, and he sees an image of like Tommy shooting at him, and it's kind of cut weird, like it's so random because he's like talking, and then all of a sudden it's Joe Pesci going like, and then it cuts back to Ray Liotta, and he's just like, and then he goes back in the house. And I had a theory that like in another life, like he was supposed to be whacked by Tommy, by Joe Pesci, and it's like, because his whole last monologue is how like, I don't get to be a gangster anymore because it was the best, and now I have this house, and like for me that last image was like, I think I was supposed, like the way I was supposed to die was getting whacked by like perhaps that character, and like maybe that was supposed to be my last image, but now like
have to live with it.
That was
it's weirdly haunting.
That was my interpretation of the editing.
I was gonna say, I really liked the editing, which we'll also get into with Wolf of Wall Street, because one of my critiques for that was against the editing. But like, I feel like And I do feel like there's a lot of crossover in it, but like the pacing was just so good. And like, I don't know, it just felt like how a film should feel, but like every decision was so motivated.
No one knows how to do a tracking shot anymore. After watching this movie, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's what it should be.
Yeah.
Like that's how you use it.
Just like how like there's like one shot of like Robert De Niro sitting at the bar smoking a cigarette, like perfectly lit. Yeah, we're just like pushing in on him. I'm like, this is so beautiful.
Yeah.
When he takes Karen to the date. And they go down the stairs and then go to the kitchen and it's still the same shot and they sit
we're
down.
Not doing that.
And it's
like
anymore. It's perfect because even though we're not even like Karen's POV and yet we feel like we're Karen.
Yes.
We're like oh my god, he's giving money to everybody.
Yeah.
Like oh my god, I was watching it. I was like. Oh my God.
I also feel like, again, this is like maybe too much of a comparison, but I feel like all the lighting fit the mood so well. Like there was just such a range of like how I was made to feel, like going from that and how kind of like almost chaotic and exciting that was to like when they're digging up the body and it's just red and smoke and the silhouette of them digging it up. I was so scared, like I was spooked. And then it's like their wedding and I'm happy. Like I really was made to feel so many things.
Such a journey.
Yeah.
We were literally, Em and I were just talking about like confidence in filmmaking.
Yeah.
And I feel like not all movies, a lot of movies nowadays aren't like confident.
Yeah.
Where I feel like
nobody's making choices.
Right.
Yeah.
This was like choice after choice and not even like, maybe choice isn't the right word, but like just knowing intention.
Yeah.
Intention. Everything was so intentional, like the colors, the cinematography, the shots, the framing, all of it. Like even like the line delivery where you watch it and like you just feel like someone's holding you.
Yeah.
Dude, and
like
just
like I said
here's
about
this
Lynn
badass
Ramsey,
movie.
like we're in his hands.
Right.
Like I'm holding on his thumb and he's like, and now we're going here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess that's where we're
here I
going.
go.
Yeah.
Like
And
I
I
know, it's so
trust the
magical.
filmmaker so much.
100%. Yeah.
he's so
That tracking shot is crazy.
Yeah.
there's so
And
many
maybe,
in
I
there.
know.
It's so slow.
Right. And I feel like we could try and replicate it today in another film and like it just wouldn't hit the same. Like there's just this certain quality.
We had this conversation, but like film also.
I love film so much.
It's dirty, bro.
It's
It's nasty.
I'm trying to get back to. It's just the texture.
I can feel it.
The texture is so beautiful.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, there's just such like a weight to everything and like again an intention. Like it's not digital. You can't just do whatever you want because you have the time and like the freedom of the censor to do that. Like you're doing everything because it has to be done that way because you've spent so long deciding it's gonna serve the story.
Yeah.
And I feel like people handled lighting film differently back then than they do now. Like
Well,
we watched,
lights were different.
yes,
then.
right, exactly. Yeah, so I guess that's must be what it is. But like, there's films that come out today and they're shot on film and they look gorgeous, but they still feel different than the films
not the same.
before
I
LEDs.
wonder, I was gonna say I wonder if it's like the LED effect.
It,
like,
it must be.
yeah.
Bring it back. Bring it back if you want. But bring it back.
Bring it back.
So for Goodfellas, why do we think it's a film film?
Oh, I mean, it's like a gangster film.
It's a
like
gangster film.
I feel like
Also just with how iconic it is. And it is very like men are leading the operation of the film.
Yeah.
A lot of badass women, but like I can
it's
imagine.
a man's film.
It's a man's film.
It's made by men. It's starring mostly men.
Right.
And it
Doesn't
like
pass
the
the
gangster
best
genre.
Doesn't pass the Bechdel test, I don't think.
I think it does.
Does it?
I think it. I think it might because
I would love
think
if it
one of
did.
the other wives are named, and I think in that party Karen talks to one of them.
Yeah.
But I think that would be possibly the only opportunity.
Time. Right.
Can I go on a quick rant? Do you guys know the origins of the Bechdel test?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
No, I just know what it is.
Okay.
Educate.
Okay, yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, the Bechdel test is there has to be two named female characters on screen at the same time who have a conversation about something other than a man.
Yeah.
Very rarely does that happen in films.
Such a low bar.
Which is also like a common thread of a lot of like film bro films. They don't pass the Bechdel test. However, what I find really fascinating about the Bechdel test is that it actually became let me calm down. It started off as a gay test. It was created by Alison Bechdel, who, if you don't know, wrote Fun Home pretty famously. Do you guys know?
I don't.
That's okay. Look into it. It's fire.
Okay.
Alison Bechdel, famous queer author and comic.
Cool.
Graphic
I think I knew
designer.
she was
or graphic
yes,
comic artist.
yes.
And so the Bechdel test was created because there was no such thing as like lesbian film. So if there were two named female characters on screen who had a conversation about something other than a man,
Immediately gay.
lesbians could ship them. And it was like an appeal to go to the theaters because you're like, oh, I'm actually going to see two women on screen talking about not a man. and because no lesbian's life revolves around the presence of a man.
Yeah.
And so like to see that happen on screen, it was like, okay, it's going to pass the Bechdel test. I can go and like see myself a little bit in it and then ship them together.
Oh.
So all this time, it's a feminist. It's still very much like a feminist kind of thing, but it has these very queer origins.
It's not, which is so cool. It's not so much just like, that feels less cut and dry.
Yeah.
Than like, oh, is there this formula that it's passing?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So,
was Funhouse a movie or a book?
Fun Home, it's
Fun
a
Home.
graphic novel.
Graphic novel. Wait, that's fire.
Wow.
Well, now we have to look into it.
Very cool.
Homework for you guys.
Homework for everybody. Everyone should read it. It's really good. Yeah. But this may or may not. I haven't looked into it. I wouldn't be surprised if this did not pass the Bechdel test.
But
No, I wouldn't. I think there's
Lots of
literally
films
one
don't.
time it could.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Because we have a lot to say about both. Do we have any closing thoughts on Goodfellas before we jump into our next film?
I think it might be my favorite quote-unquote film. I enjoy it through and through.
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
So far, I liked it
It's up there.
better than The Godfather and Heat.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
for
I
me,
will
it's
say that for
above.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Certainly, I liked it more than the next film we're going to talk about, which is The Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Released in 2013, also directed by our great friend Marty.
Marty.
This is sort of a poor log line. This is from IMDb because Letterboxd also let me down. But The Wolf of Wall Street. Based on the true story of Jordan Belfort, from his rise to a wealthy stockbroker living the high life to his fall involving crime, corruption, and the federal government.
Can I say barely a fall?
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's doing just fine.
Yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts.
Also based, as I said, based on a memoir by Jordan Belfort himself, titled the same, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Nobody at the time ever called him the Wolf of Wall Street.
I can't
surprised.
imagine anybody would.
There was never an article that came out. You know how, like, famously in the movie, there's the article and that calls him, like, the Wolf of Wall Street. Obviously, people wrote articles about him at the time. Nobody called him the Wolf, bro.
Because
Is that like a name he gave himself?
Why would they?
That's so sad.
That is a name he gave himself.
Truly sad.
So here's the thing. I actually enjoy this movie. There's a lot I don't enjoy about it, but I think it makes choices.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I really like about it. I think, like, especially watching it after Goodfellas, how it's crazy that, like, this came from the same filmmaker, because, like, The Wolf of Wall Street was, like, fast cuts, fast editing, like there was almost no moving shots. Like, it was all very, like, still, and, like, it felt, whereas Goodfellas was very, even though a lot of it was about violence, it was very, like, emotional.
Mm-hmm.
I think Marty made the choice to make this very unemotional, because there are times in Goodfellas where I like really feel for Henry, and even though when he does bad stuff, but, like, I think Marty filmed this in a way where I almost never felt for Jordan Belfort. I was like
Not a single second.
and he's so aware of that. He's like, and in the same way where I think Goodfellas is a satire, I think a lot of this is a satire. I think so much of it is played up. Not also because the events were also just crazy, but I think a lot of it does go very far in a lot of aspects, because it's almost like these guys were the most, like Marty's saying to us, look how pathetic, loser, insecure these guys are. Look how many drugs they have to take to prove themselves to each other that they are manly. Like, I think that's what Marty is screaming at us through this film. And I think, like, one of my favorite parts, Matthew McConaughey, he's barely in it. He just eats. Like, he, like...
I wish he was in it
also
more.
famously improvised the chestnut part. Yeah. It's just hilarious.
And I think when Matthew takes him out to dinner, Leo to lunch, I said, like, I think the fact that this is in the beginning of the film, I think this is, like, Marty's thesis to us, basically kind of warning us what's coming. Like, the fact that he has absolutely zero shame saying in public that he's screwing over his customers and that you should have no shame about it. And I think that's Marty telling us, like, not only are these guys just awful, terrible, but they're at a lavish lunch. Like, everything about the framing is just, like, I don't know, like, I think, like, this movie is obviously really uncomfortable for a lot of reasons, but, like, I think, like, for a lot of it, you're supposed to be uncomfortable and you're supposed to feel unemotional and you're supposed to hate all these people.
I guess, though, like, my question is, like, if we get there from actually second one of the film, if we're already there, what further do we go?
Yeah.
Like, whereas in something like Goodfellas, which is also, like, the rise and descent of, like, a criminal in a very different sense.
Interesting how both characters rat out their friends. Which I think is really interesting.
They're very, very similar. Yeah, it's very much like the rise and fall. But in one, I'm brought on with the rise, and, like, I'm also, like, watching it all crumble. And in one, I know from the beginning that, like, he's probably one of the worst people ever. And, like, and truly nothing changes that opinion. I felt the same way the entire film. I didn't feel a single other emotion than uncomfortable and hate.
Yeah.
You know?
And I oh my god. I never felt, like, let in or, like, I even wanted to be a part of it.
But I think that's the point. I think that filmmaking does...
feel alienated.
Right. But, like, I so get that.
Yeah.
But I think what, like, unfortunately, I think is genius about this film is how much Marty is alienating the audience, and then the fact that the last shot is on the audience is showing, like, but you watched this whole fucking thing, like, like,
and I hated every second
and you're
of
interested in this, and, like, people at the time, like, there's so, like the scene of, like, how the article comes out, and then all these bros are, like, even though the article was scathing, all these guys still wanted to work for him.
Right.
Like, I think there's, like, I don't know, like, I think, like, we always talk about how, like, and again, I'm not talking about the nudity yet. I'm talking about how awful they are in general, which I know, like, I think, like, just a part of this is, like, you're supposed to feel alienated and uncomfortable, but I will say, like, it sucks that it has to be at the expense of women, like, the whole time.
I think, unfortunately, the people it's critiquing and the people it's like, hey, like, don't you see that, like, you're enjoying this, you're just as much of a loser as all these people. I don't think they're getting the message. Because so many people love this film. And, like, yeah, maybe they love it and they're, like, also aware of, like, the way it's critiquing things.
Yeah.
I worry that they're simply not getting the point.
I literally said in my notes at the end, I was like, that sucks that, like, this movie is so celebrated because media literacy...
Right.
Tanks.
It's like, I know why you like this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I follow some people on Letterboxd. This is in their top 4.
That's crazy.
And I'm just like,
that's crazy.
Why is it in your top 4?
That's crazy.
Why is it in your top 4?
Yeah.
Like, literally just because you, a man, are seen on top of this pyramid and literally everyone else is below you. I think that's the only reason.
You're
living vicariously.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, a peek into their fantasy world.
Right.
Because I don't know, like, I think the filmmaking on this is fine. I don't think it's Goodfellas. Like, I think that's, an innovative, like, very, like, ahead of its time film. This is just, like, there was some awkward cuts. There was a lot of the time that the ADR did not match anyone's lips.
That's crazy.
Like,
that would check out.
I don't know. Like, it's a fine film. It's finely crafted. It just doesn't feel quite as fresh or as exciting or as filmic almost as, like, other films do. So the thing that they're connecting to is likely the characters, the story, the feeling.
Who are literally the worst people.
It makes me feel empty, the film.
Yeah.
But again, like, I think that's the point. Like,
I
for
agree.
people that are understanding.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying, I think when guys watch it, like we're saying, I think they're like, Yeah, like it
Jordan
sucks.
Belfort is the best.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm like gonna give him money for his money laundering.
Free my guy.
Yeah. But like I think like, cause like I know Marty, we're tight. That bro's a feminist. Like, dude, like I know him, you know. And I think
sucks it's not in there though.
Like I know,
but
I think
I
think his goal was to make the viewer feel empty.
Yeah,
and
I certainly did.
And he succeeded.
Anything I didn't enjoy about this film or like would do differently is not for like lack of intention on his part.
Yeah.
It's like I just literally wouldn't make that choice.
Yeah,
I know you made that choice. It's not because like you made a mistake or like fucked up in some way. Just as a human, the entire time I was just like head in my shoulders, waiting for it to be over.
You know what makes me like really mad? And again, I'm not even getting into the nudity yet. Guys, I haven't even touched it. I'm not even there yet. Is you have probably two of the best female actors. You have Margot Robbie, which again, crazy that she was an unknown.
This is her
she's like 23 or 24 in this. I'm not even joking.
She can't be my age. You can't tell me that.
What?
That would make me so...
Yeah, how old is she in 2013?
Dude, that would make me, like, actually so sad. Oh my god.
She was
22?
Okay, first of all, gorge, we knew that. Okay, so you have Margot Robbie. And
I'm scared for her.
Everything's fine.
You have Margot Robbie.
No, like
and
that
you
just...
have...
Sorry. We're gonna do it. Go on, Kate.
You have Margot Robbie. And you have Kristen Milotti. Hello. Probably, like, two of my favorite actresses. Mm-hmm. They are both incredible. And it's so strange to me how, like, two-dimensional they both are. Like, I think, like, it's, like, both of them are just so giving. Like, Kristen Milotti is so giving, like, the wife who loved you before you were rich. Right. Mm-hmm. And then you became rich and cheated. And she's doing...
She wasn't good enough for you anymore.
Yeah. And
she couldn't handle it.
And then you have Margot Robbie, who, by the way, I think outacts everybody.
Oh,
I think she outacted Leo.
Her and John Bernthal were my favorite
John
parts
Bernthal's
of this film.
So good.
They're better than Leonardo.
Dude, yes.
I think some of the best two lines ever spoken on film, and I'm including all of film, is when Margot Robbie says, "We're not going to be friends," and when she says, "Who? What are you fucking out?"
Like, which is fire.
Like, which wasn't in the script.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew that was improvised.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, yeah. No, sorry, guys.
Getting so passionate.
Like, both the way she says both of those are like vocal stems for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's so delectable. Mm-hmm. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is it's a shame that, again, not even getting to the nudity, guys. I'm just talking about the only two female characters that have some sort of anything.
Maybe anything.
It sucks that you have two amazing actresses and they do great. Like, they're both amazing when they're on screen, and then, like, that's it. Yeah. Like, you give them
nothing.
Yeah.
What
was it again?
It's a shame.
You got it. Bring it back. Reel her in.
No, it's completely gone.
That's okay. Hopefully she comes back.
Maybe
I
she'll
will
come
say
back.
though, they are as two-dimensional as everybody else in this
I
film
remember.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Knowing Marty, knowing that he can write a strong female character
it's
means he chose not to give them any substance or like give them any thought into their world, any redeeming qualities. They're just like vessels for these awful men.
Yeah.
And that was intentional. And
Which
I'm like,
is so horrific.
we know that a film works so much better when everybody has depth, like you said.
Yeah.
And he chose not to do it.
I know, which, like, again, like, it's serving the purpose, and I understand, and blah, 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 and we can, like, talk about it until the fucking cows come home, but, like, I still feel horrible.
Yes. And Goodfellas,
I have no hope.
Right. Yeah. He could have not given any of the women substance in Goodfellas, and it still would have been a film bro gangster movie.
Because that's exactly what they do in The Godfather.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wolf of Wall Street could have had more depth. And that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And you know what annoys me is I bet there are people that'd be like, well, because this was based on the book, like, they probably didn't have any depth in the book. But can I just say, it reminds me of The Social Network and how obviously that's based on real life. Mm-hmm. And, like, the biggest gag in cinema history is when the girl tells freaking Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, right, like, at the beginning?
Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, just so you know, like, you're gonna think everybody, like, a girl won't date you because you're a nerd. It's actually because you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, they have said
Fire.
multiple times, first of all, Mark Zuckerberg did not date anyone in college. Like, come on, guys. And also, like, nobody actually said that to him.
No.
And it's based on a real
It's called
story.
adaptation,
Like,
guys.
you can, it's like, again, not even talking about the nudity yet, guys. There are many scenes in this that show how awful these men are, even without that part, that proves this point. And you could have also thrown some better
Throw a little backstory in
characters in there.
Little backstory.
And I still think you could accomplish this goal of us
maybe
feeling
a little
empty. Like,
solo Margot scene. Just a little.
Yeah.
Just a little.
One.
just one.
Because
Just a hint.
she's a person.
You have Margot fucking Robbie.
so she can have her own scene.
Yeah, and she's literally outshining your lead.
Right.
She's acting circles around
And she was
him.
22.
It's crazy. I can't believe she was trying.
I only felt safe when she was on screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also anytime she was on screen, like, she wasn't being treated right.
No, I was
So
scared
it's just
for
like,
her. Yeah.
Oh my
No.
god.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
It's tough.
These were my 2 notes for the film before I stopped taking notes.
Yeah.
Like the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh, and I will say,
really like the soundtrack.
I did enjoy the cinematography. I thought Goodfellas was, like, much better, just personally. But I think for the film, for, like, the Wall Street of it all, for, like, this, like,
It's
I don't know.
cold.
Yes,
Like,
it's very cold. I love the look of the scenes when he's talking to all the people, and then there's just, like, pops of blue everywhere. Like, they paint a picture. My second note was, you have me and Matthew McConaughey, but why so many naked women? Like,
Yeah.
why
Okay.
are all the women naked?
Yeah.
Like, so many.
I some of my thoughts, I was just essentially live tweeting.
Yep.
But first note, too many shots of naked women.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second note, I am so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Third note, editing kind of bad, question mark. I don't know, guys. There was a lot of things I didn't like.
Live your truth, doll.
I think, can I just say, I think this was, wait, let me make sure I have my timeline. When did this come out?
2013.
Okay. I think this is before
We can hear the
then.
typing sound effects.
Oh shit, it was before then.
Oh.
Then I'll say, The Big Short does this editing style way better than what
yes.
this is trying to do.
And The Big Short was after?
Yes.
That makes
Which
sense.
is crazy.
They refined it.
Yes, I think what the editing is trying to go for here, The Big Short nails perfect.
Love The Big Short.
It's like one of my favorite movies.
It's
so
very good.
Watch The Big Short.
Yeah.
What was more of your live tweets?
I said, his comeuppance better be so fucking good.
It's not.
And I really liked the scene on the yacht with the FBI agent.
I was just thinking that.
And I
Great choice, Brad.
disliked the scene with Jonah Hill and John Bernthal that went on for far too
Oh
long.
my god.
Which, this is another thing, so we can get into parallels now, I feel. But a lot of good gems from Goodfellas came from improv. It felt like, in a lot of ways, a lot of people were trying to, like, improv scenes. Like that Jonah Hill, John Bernthal scene felt very improvised, which I didn't hate. It just felt like there was nothing good that they took from
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
It felt
And
like
you can cut some stuff.
and you could just fucking cut away from it more
Which
often.
sucks because I really like both of those actors.
Yeah, and they were doing a fine job. And John Bernthal, magnetic. He's amazing.
so-
Every time he's on screen, I'm like drawn.
I'm
to
watching
him.
him.
Like,
Yeah.
But that
so
scene, it just felt like improv that was directionless, or like was just like not. There was no.
It was just
good
there
in there
because it can be there and there. It's
Yeah.
allowed to be there. And I was like, you're wasting my time.
And this film
dog.
is so long already. It's so long.
Yes.
I didn't have the patience for it. Like,
yeah.
I can watch long films. I can't watch this long film.
No. I do agree. The FBI scene on the boat, that was really good.
Great casting again
yeah.
for
I
him.
Yes,
wanted
because
more.
it was like these very opposing characters, clear end goal, and like you want Jordan to get got like
Yeah.
so bad, and then he does, and
Yeah.
that was satisfying.
Yeah.
But the other improv scenes, I was like, we're just beating a dead horse.
I know. Because it's just,
They're
Plus
mad
the
at us for
sirens
not
are
liking
back.
the Wolf of Wall Street.
they just powered through. They're gonna
Yeah,
get
it's
them
okay,
anyway.
it's okay.
Yeah, it just, when everyone's sleazy, there's no dynamic. And
Yeah.
when you have, like, Jordan and the FBI guy, and they're, like, at each other, that's juicy. That's, like, yeah, you have morally good and morally corrupt to their cores. And otherwise, the whole film is just morally corrupt people being morally corrupt with each other, and I couldn't give less of a shit because I'm already disgusted. You've already mostly lost me because I feel uncomfortable, and I'm watching women be objectified in ways I didn't even imagine was possible.
Yeah,
literally constantly.
And worse than just objectified, like there's like assault scenes on there. There's basically a rape scene in the film that we just get to fucking watch happen.
And then they like brag about it after.
Yeah.
And then we just keep going.
Yeah.
And then the movie's not over.
Yeah.
Also, about all the naked women.
Yeah. Let's get into
it. There are movies that have nudity and it's portrayed like beautifully.
Yeah.
And it's like respected. This was literally just like I was being like laughed at. Like that's how it felt.
Yeah.
Like all of these men would just laugh at me.
Yeah.
And it was awful. And I watched this movie. I had seen it twice before, both before college was over, or like, I don't know, maybe once in high school. And like, it didn't bother me as much. And now I'm like, I wanted to stop watching so many times. I was like, let's just turn it off.
It's like really, but like, I've seen this movie a lot. And like this time around, I was like, oh,
what are you doing?
I don't think I can finish this actually.
No.
Like,
I don't know. Is it weird that like, I don't know, like being younger and feeling like it's cooler in a lot of ways? I don't even know like what the justification is for that.
Like wanting to be okay with it. Like being like, okay, well this is like,
I know boys like this movie.
Right.
Why am I not liking it?
Exactly. Like, I want to be part of the club. Yeah. And now I'm just like, I don't even want to be near the club.
No.
I don't like the club.
Like if I ever had children and they asked me, Mommy, what was like the epitome of like pre-Me Too movement movie? I would show them this movie. I mean, I wouldn't show this movie, but I'd be like,
say the name of it.
I'd be like, there's this movie.
And say, we can't watch it on stream.
I also feel like, I mean, like the state of our world in general is quite abysmal, but also like the rights for women decreasing by the second is like just makes this so much harder to stomach.
Yeah.
Like if it was like, oh, this was very of the era and this is how women were treated and this is what these kind of men got away with, and isn't that so awful? The fact that it's still happening to this extent and likely worse makes it
like
so horrific.
It can't be something that we look back on and we're like, see, this did happen.
Exactly.
It's like, it's now like,
and it's still happening.
Like, that's just how it is.
So it's not even like you can't be like, it's historical, guys. It's historical.
No,
like it's like,
no, this doesn't feel like a period piece at all.
No.
This is happening today.
It's just like men harping on men.
Yeah.
And like that's it.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, at the ending scene, the guy that introduces Leo is the real Jordan Belfort.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, he was in the movie. He wanted to be in the movie.
Yeah.
And if you
strong
go on his social media, which like don't, like he posts about this movie to this day. Like he'll be like, because he does like a lecture series, like in Dubai a lot, because he would, and he has like this like Russian model wife, because it's like he would, and in all of his Instagram clips, he'll still post clips from this movie, and he'll still like do the pen thing, and it's just like, dude, like, like I said, I think this movie makes fun of him and against like satirizes a lot of what's going on. And I think this movie is like I don't think Marty likes Jordan Belfort. Like I don't think he's like, this is a stand-up man that I would call my friend. You know what I mean? And it's just the fact that the real life Jordan Belfort is like,
right, but
dude, like they made this movie about me and like I'm fucking rad.
It's like more so just laughing in his face than anything else, but also like, isn't that so upsetting that like the real guy is still profiting off of this after all the shit he did?
Yeah.
After all the things that we're complaining about, and after like, I don't know, us experiencing even a fraction of what actually happened.
Yeah.
And he still gets everything and more.
He still has like the fame, the vanity.
Yeah.
He's probably a millionaire.
Yeah.
My thing about how we treat men versus women in this movie is, like I said, I think this movie, let's say visual guys, for listeners, I'm putting my hand about at my face. Okay, so I think this movie, as I said, is a parody, and I think it does make fun of men a lot. Because again, we don't like any of these men. Unlike Goodfellas, we meet Joe Pesci's mom, and we're like, that humanizes this asshole, and we're like, we're a little sad when he dies, even though he's an asshole. We're like, oh, Joe Pesci, you know? So it's like, but this movie, like I said, like, it does nothing to show any emotion toward these men.
You never meet his family. Do you ever?
No. You don't meet any of these guys' family. Like, they're...
Oh, you mean his dad.
Wow.
But his dad's just as fucked up.
Rob Reiner.
It's Rob Reiner.
Oh, his dad is Rob Reiner.
Yeah. But like I said, like, this movie feels cold. All the men feel cold. I hate them. And I think the movie also is like, they're losers. Which is like, great. Good job, movie. However, you can't be successful in making a movie like this if you're treating the other gender... I'm putting the hand way above the other guys when you're treating them this high of shit. You know what I mean? If you're gonna make a movie that makes fun of these men, you can't go higher. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
In Goodfellas, Karen was treated equally as shit as Henry Hill. Where, like, by the end, we're like, they're both kind of terrible people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we both like and hate both of them about the equal amount. In this movie, I'm like, I hate all of the men.
Yeah.
But you're treating the women way worse.
Like, Jordan goes on that crazy Quaaludes trip, and I was like, I would rather watch this than, like, watch him talk to a woman.
Or
that is less uncomfortable.
Yes. And I think it's more effective in showing that he's a loser and that he's stupid and that he lets these drugs take over him than him basically raping a woman. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I already get he's a fucking asshole. You don't have to go farther to show me that.
And like, the way that it's shown too isn't even like the scene on the plane where it's like he has like this horrible trip and he does all this bad shit and like harasses and assaults like all the flight attendants. Like, it's almost like played as a joke, like the way it's like, oh, what did I do this time? And then they show what he does, and it's horrific to watch. And then we're just supposed to jump back in and be like, I don't know, and then it's him.
It's that funny thing he did.
Right.
He's allowed to do it.
Oh,
Moving
he's just
on.
like that.
The man.
Like, there is
so bad.
already enough like levity and misunderstanding about rape and assault that I truly don't think media needs to play any more of a role in that. Like, it is already responsible for glorifying it and excusing it. And like, I don't know, even in film school watching like random rape scenes in films, like we don't need that. Like, that is already way too trivial of a thing for men.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be made more trivial constantly by our media.
And made a joke.
And yes, made to laugh. Yeah.
A lot of films now who talk about rape, like proves there's a different way to approach and show this subject than showing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think about Sorry Baby. So good. Like, that whole movie's about this, but it never actually shows it. Yeah. It's like there's a way to do this without showing.
I know. And like
it doesn't have to be like a joke point. No. It should never be that. No. And that's like what this whole film feels like it is. Just like joking at other people's expense to make Jordan look good.
And we've seen, even like going back to Goodfellas, like we've seen the power of even like implied violence in what is kind of a pretty violent film. And this film doesn't get the same sensitive treatment.
There's
it's like
no restraint.
Whenever there's an opportunity to show something that's gonna make you feel uncomfortable, we're gonna do it because that's the fucking point. There's no trust in the fact that we know that by implying that like he rapes his wife, that's just as horrific as watching him do it. You know, there's no trust in us for that decision making. Versus even in like, obviously that's different, but like the implied violence in Goodfellas is just as effective as actually showing people being killed in horrific ways.
It's interesting how the same filmmaker did both, which is like, there's so many things that you're like, oh, I can see you did both. Like, he clearly has an interest, and not just in these films, about like men who, you know, are addicted to wealth, who got caught, but kind of, it's crazy that both are based on real stories. Yeah. Both guys got away, basically got away with it in real life, which is fascinating. But it's so interesting that like we've seen him shown restraint and like sensitivity, and then this one it's like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
I feel like just seeing his career, I feel like post this, I don't know. I think he learned from it because, like,
What
I
was
remember.
the first thing he made?
I think The Irishman was right after this. That was like the 3-hour.
I didn't
one.
say that.
I didn't even watch that.
But I know after that he did Killers of the Flower Moon, and I remember when he was doing like the interview circuit for that, he really talked about like sensitivity and like making sure he got everything right, and like making sure there was like this push and pull that he has with Goodfellas of like when to be violent and when not to be violent.
Yeah,
like
which
it's like
nice.
so interesting. Like I don't know, it's crazy that this is like the same guy.
Yeah. But
you know?
again, it's like men always get to fail upwards. Like
So
of course,
true.
like of course he did this and hopefully got some kind of ridicule from any woman in his life about it.
Dude.
And then he gets to go on and change.
But it's like, we've been known.
We've been known this.
Oh my
this
god.
This is our life.
That's
yeah.
so, dude.
Yeah.
There's big brain right there.
Big brain.
Big brain right there.
I be thinking things, guys. I have a thought or two.
You got many thoughts, girl.
I was going to share another fun fact, too, for anyone who doesn't know, because I didn't know this a while ago, but whenever they're snorting cocaine on screen, it's vitamin B powder.
Oh, yeah. I've seen Margot talk about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gone are the days of actually making people snort coke on screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, I know a fun fact about this movie. Jonah Hill really wanted to work with Martin Scorsese so badly that he only got paid, I think, like $5,000 for it.
Total?
Total. Because of how badly he wanted to be in a Martin Scorsese film.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
respect
but
that.
also, like, that's kind of sad.
And it's sad he didn't get offered more.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know, I think it's like, he's such a film nerd, and this
Yeah.
opportunity
He
comes
did
up
it
with
for
like
the love
fucking
of the
Martin
game.
Scorsese.
Right.
He was like, dude, 5K, whatever.
I would do that
I'll
too.
take it. Yeah.
100%.
True.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Trying to think of more parallels.
Or just
between the
really
two.
quick final thoughts.
Why is it a film bro film?
Oh.
Why?
Guys, why
isn't it?
Why do you think?
Why do
you
you
know?
think? I think we've
Think about what men
explained-
glorify.
Yeah.
Just get some media literacy up in your brain,
Yeah.
please. I beg of you.
Yeah.
That's all I beg. You know, let's just be a little smarter in
Be a little more respectful.
watching movies
Yeah.
and making movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Think critically about where we're placing our ideals.
Yep.
In whom.
Yep.
In
And
whom's.
to what. And yeah, think about the kind of person you want to be in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
And kind of storyteller too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep watching
You have a
movies.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kimmy, thoughts?
Me? I think I said them.
Yeah.
We've talked about a lot of wonderful films
Yeah.
this season, and
Funny way to
let's
end it.
focus on those.
Yeah.
And not this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Let's focus on Ratcatcher.
Yeah, go watch
Oh,
Ratcatcher.
I was
Die,
just
my
watching.
love.
I was just
Oh
looking
my
at
God.
stills from that today.
No
and I
way.
was like, oof.
Go watch a Lynn Ramsey
Let's
film.
focus
That'll
on
rock your
Let's focus on
world.
Hamnet. Let's focus on Chloe Zhao.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Watch some interviews with Chloe
Dude,
Zhao.
you, me, and Tuscany, bro.
Oh, wait.
We're gonna get up in that.
Yeah, keep going to theaters.
Go
keep
to
watching
theaters.
films.
Watch movies.
What? Really quick, what's your biggest takeaway? What do you want people to take away from the Film Bros podcast season 1?
Oh yeah. If you're not, this is the last episode.
This is the
This is the last episode of our season.
Season.
Oh,
season
we gotta get
finale.
trigger warning.
Not a series
We'll do it at
finale.
the end.
We'll do
Okay.
it.
What are your guys' takeaways?
I've really enjoyed this season. I feel like I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like I've grown more confident as a speaker.
Yeah.
Which is
One of
was
our
my goal in the
goals.
beginning. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for next season. I'm excited to see us all grow.
In a new place.
Yeah, in a new place.
New pod lab.
Say bye to the pod lab. The next pod lab will be a different pod lab, hopefully a little bit better
Nicer.
for our joints.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've really enjoyed yapping with you guys.
Yeah.
I always feel like so good whenever like we stop the record button. I'm like, I feel like I just did something.
I know.
feel like I just used my brain.
Made some new wrinkles.
Yeah, which it made some new wrinkles, which is exactly what I think I set out to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you, Emma?
Emma.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I've seen a lot of films I wouldn't have otherwise seen, which
Totally.
is
Yeah.
a big goal because I love avoiding watching films when people tell me to watch them.
Yeah.
But when you guys tell me to watch things, I will watch them.
I like putting it at the bottom of my watch.
Oh yeah, if someone tells me to watch something,
it's on there.
Bottom.
It's on there.
But yeah, I agree. It's been nice to learn more, and yeah, also add some more wrinkles to my brain and feel remember that we still can be articulate about film outside of college.
Yes.
Yeah, and that it's still valuable
there's
to think critically.
Times. Yes. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. There's times when I've been on set and someone brings up a movie and I've like studied it for the podcast and I'm like, oh, did you know this? And then I can like actually have like a conversation about it. And I'm like, look at that.
I know.
We're researchers.
We're researchers.
I think something that I have found really precious about this podcast, especially like that we're all artists and like I'm a young 20-something, so like I'm still figuring out like what art is, you know what I mean? And like what I really enjoyed about watching all these movies, like you guys said that we wouldn't normally watch or I probably never watch, is that like I'm constantly asking myself like, I'm uncomfortable, is that a good thing? Mm-hmm. I'm bored, is that a good thing? Mm-hmm. Like is this too much, but is that a good thing? Mm-hmm. Is this too little, but is that, you know what, like I feel like I've just like kept asking myself a lot of questions, and it's made me more confused as an artist as to like what I should be making and what needs to be made. But I think that's good. Is to not have the answers.
Because you know beautiful. What? I don't think there is an answer to what kind of art you should make. Because that's on you, you know. And
I told you, big brain.
Big brain.
Big brain. We can all agree.
Whatever art got a big brain and speaks to you deserves to be made.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And Emma answered it for me.
There we go. Surprise,
actually very like I felt like my brain just got bigger. I'm like, dude, you're actually like, so right.
Don't ask ChatGPT, ask me. I use less water and I know everything. Guys, send in your questions. We'll answer them. Thanks for joining us.
See more movies. Yeah. Go to the theater. There's so many movies coming out.
Yeah.
Buy a Criterion DVD.
Yeah, or if you sign up for the library, you get Canopy.
Oh yeah. Canopy has a lot.
So also use the public library system too. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Mm-hmm. And
we'll be back.
In an undetermined amount of time.
In due time.
In due time.
When the time is right, we will appear again. When the planets align and Orion passes Mars's asteroid belt.
When Dune 3 comes out.
Chance past that. Who knows?
We don't know.
Shrek 16.
When the wind speaks to me. Yeah. Well,
sometime.
Thank you guys for listening and watching and following us for season 1. We love you all so much.
Love you guys so much. Love you, bros.
Love you, bros.